All my friends got mad right after marriage, and I am so scared of proceeding with my own marriage plans with my fiancé now. Early this year, two of my friends got married. One got married in February 2025, and the other one got married in April 2025. Then just last month, I got a horrible news that two of these ladies who got married just recently had equally and completely gone mad, and they are now receiving treatment at the psychiatric hospital. What actually happened? Well, I will tell you all about it. When I was in the university, I became friends with four young ladies. We became really close and were each other's keeper. We studied together and we had so much fun together as well. Campus life was really interesting with these ladies around. And so we planned that right after school, we would save some money and travel all over the world. Well, did that happen for us? Well, it did. But then it came with other horrible incidents here and there. After school, I became a fashion designer. Two of the ladies in our group joined their family business. One became a content creator, but the last lady in our group was still struggling to find a job, so life was really difficult for her. But because we're all concerned about each other's happiness, we would contribute money every month and then give it to this lady who was here to get a job. We knew the money wasn't enough, but we did the best that we could for her. But sadly, we realized that this particular lady who was struggling to get a job was financially okay all of a sudden. She moved into a newer and a lavish apartment in one of the most expensive areas in the city. Her wardrobe had also changed and she was traveling from one country to another for her vacation. We were all curious as to how her life miraculously changed for the better, but I was even more curious as to how her life suddenly changed, and so I kept asking her about it. But of course, she wouldn't give me much information about her new life and how she was making her money. Mind you, this lady was very calm. In fact, she was the most calm one amongst us. We affectionately called her Lady Pastor because of how she would constantly share the word of God with us and literally preach to us even if we didn't want to listen. She was always modestly dressed and she would constantly remind us that our bodies are the temple of God and we must keep it holy until we get married. Then when she turned 25 years old, she decided to throw a birthday party and we're all invited. I must say her 25th birthday party was one of the biggest birthday parties that I have witnessed. It was so colorful, lavish, and really beautiful. And it was attended by her friends, mostly from her church and from old schoolmates. We had so much fun at the party. Then after that lavish birthday party, she flew all five of us for an exclusive destination birthday party at Dubai. I was particularly very surprised as to how much our friend was pumping into parties and traveling. So while we were at Dubai, we put so much pressure on her to tell us how she was making this money or how she was able to finance her lavish lifestyle. The answer she gave us was that she was dating a young business guy who was from a very wealthy home, so he single-handedly spent on our trip to Dubai. One of the ladies insisted that she wanted to see the photo of this guy, but she was reluctant to show us the guy's photos. But after much persuasion, she showed us two photos of a young man who was probably in his early 30s as the man in her life. And so after that, we decided not to worry her as to how she was able to finance her expensive lifestyle again. But a few weeks after we returned from Dubai, we decided to hang out in this lady's lavish apartment just to catch up. While we're in her room, happily chatting, eating and dancing to different songs, we heard a very loud noise on the gate. Someone was literally banging on the gate with full force. The person later started shouting, "Open the gate right now, you slut!" And the person was throwing many horrible insults and other name calling. So we all rushed to the gate and we saw a middle-aged woman who was probably in the late 40s. She looked tired, unkempt, and by her was a young boy who was about 14 years old. As soon as we opened the gate, she started shouting, "Where is that slut and home wrecker?" We were all confused as to what this woman was talking about. So we asked her to calm down and speak since we didn't quite understand what she was talking about. Then she said, "The lady who lived in this apartment," which means that she was referring to our friend as a home wrecker. Then with a commanding and a frustrated voice, she asked, "Where is the lady who lives in this apartment? I want to see her. I want to see her right now." So she meant she was looking for our friend who lived in the apartment. According to her, her marriage has collapsed because our friend was having an affair with her husband. And our friend also managed to convince her husband to sell a company that she inherited from her parents. Then she went on to say that the most painful part of the whole situation was that a piece of gold that she inherited from her grandmother, her husband took it and gave it to our friend. And she was also reliably informed that our friend had sold the gold and she was spending the money on her expensive vacation. Then she said the main reason for which she had come to our friend's apartment was because her husband stole a very expensive gold chain that she had inherited from her grandmother. And she was sure that her husband had given the expensive gold chain to our friend, so she was there to collect it. In fact, after the woman narrated her ordeal, we all became very furious, and some of us asked the woman if she was okay. Then while all of us was going on and on with this woman, our friend slowly came out and the woman began to shout, "Yes, that is the Jezebel. That's the slut. That's her. Give me back my gold chain now." Our friend obviously looked confused and asked what was going on. And so we narrated to her what the woman said earlier, but she vehemently denied knowing the woman or the man in question. Then we concluded that the woman had mental issues because there was no way that our friend, who was always advising us and telling us to remain chaste until we get married, will go after someone else's husband. It is not possible. Certainly not that particular lady. It was not possible. We just know it. With the help of the security man around, the woman and her child were driven away, but before she eventually left, one of the ladies in the group told the woman that our friend was a very decent person and there was no way that she would sleep with her husband. And what she was accusing her of was completely false. Then she went on to say that the woman was mad and obviously she had mental issue and she should rather concentrate on treating her mental health issues rather than going around falsely accusing and disgracing innocent people of crimes that they do not know anything about. Then the woman said, "Really? You are calling me a mad woman because I'm asking your friend to give me back my gold chain? Do you know how long I have had that chain? I inherited that chain from my grandma. And you ladies are calling me a mad woman. Well, for saying I am mad, anytime that any of you ladies get married, you will never ever enjoy that marriage. You will run mad right from your husband's house and you will never ever find peace. No amount of medicine will be able to heal you." Well, we all didn't pay any attention to what she said because we knew what she was saying was not true. Then the woman finally left. We comforted our friend for the unfortunate incident and we continued with our lives as usual. All of this happened about 3 years ago. A week later, I heard that our friend relocated to a new area for security reasons, but after that incident, so much had happened. Last year, one of the ladies got married and we all attended the beautiful marriage ceremony. But just 2 months into her marriage, we heard that she had completely gone mad and she's now in the psychiatric home as I write the story. We're all very sad and surprised about her unfortunate situation, and we prayed so much for her early healing and for her to get better soon. But as I speak or as I write this, nothing has happened or nothing has changed about her situation. Then early this year, 2 of our ladies got married. One got married in February 2025 and the other one got married in April 2025. Then just last month, I got a horrible news that 2 of these ladies who got married just recently had equally gone mad and they are now receiving treatment at the psychiatric hospital. When I heard this, I became so confused. I became so sad and I asked myself, what is going on? Why are all my friends getting mad and running mad right after they have been married? Presently, there are just 2 of us who are yet to get married. Myself and the other lady who was accused of sleeping with that woman's husband. I'm currently planning my marriage ceremony with my fiancé. But after hearing about what happened to my other ladies, I am so scared of proceeding with my own marriage. So I have decided to put it on hold for now. So I went ahead to discuss this with my mom, and my mom decided that we look for some answers to the many questions on my mind. I later told my mom the whole story about what happened 3 years ago between that woman and our friend. And my mom felt that the woman's case is working and we must do something about it as soon as possible. Otherwise, something horrible could equally happen to me after I get married, unless, of course, we break the case. So, I went to see my friend who was accused by this woman of keeping her gold chain and also sleeping with her husband. And I got the shock of my life by the revelations that I got from her. Apparently, our friend was indeed having an affair with that woman's husband, and it was indeed true that the woman's husband had given her a piece of gold, some diamond, and even the gold chain that the woman was accusing her of. So she lied to us about her supposed rich boyfriend who was taking care of her lavish, expensive lifestyle. I was totally confused and shocked because this lady was someone who created the impression that she was decent and she was living a holy life. And because of that, that was why we went defending her when the woman was accusing her of all those horrible things. Then she went on to say that she was equally receiving the punishment from the curse because she had been bleeding for almost a year without stopping. And though she went to so many hospitals and after taking so many medications, the bleeding has still not stopped. So now we have to look for this woman and ask for forgiveness and also return her gold chain that her husband took from her and gave it to our friend. But when we finally got to the home of this woman, we're told that she got sick and died. Oh my God. If the woman who cursed us is now dead, how do we reverse the curse that she had placed on our lives? I am terribly sad. I am so confused and I'm living in so much fear of the unknown. How and what do we do in order to break this curse upon our lives? What exactly do we do to break the curse this woman has placed on our lives now? All three of our friends are still in the psychiatric hospital and they have totally gone mad. The other lady is also bleeding. Please, we need help. If anyone knows how our problem could be solved, please kindly help us. I have learnt my lesson the hard way. This has taught me to learn to mind my business next time and never to trust anybody no matter how holy they appear. Because we went fighting for our friend's battle thinking that she was the innocent one in this situation and she was being accused of the things that she didn't do. Later did we know that she was the evil person and now we are all paying for the crime that she committed. Wow. Guys, this is indeed a very scary story. I am completely overwhelmed by the story. Well, what advice do you have for this lady and her friends? And how do you think they can solve this problem? Please kindly leave your thoughts and your opinion in the comment section. And please do well to subscribe to the channel. And please do well to watch my other videos as well. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. It's bye.